Hi guys, it's Paul here from The Hook and the Cook. I'm going to show you a safe way to finely dice an onion. Okay, the first thing we need to do is, what I've done is I've cut the onion in half, okay, leaving the husk on here, or the root. It basically keeps the onion intact. Now, I'm just going to trim this end off here because there's a little bit of brown leaf there. We don't want that in our diced onion. And also I'm just going to trim off our roots here as well. But I'm not going to trim it off too far because I still want it to be intact. As you can see, it's nicely intact. Now, I remember when I was a young bloke and it was the first job I ever got given as a chef, was to peel bags of onions, and we have to finally dice them. So I've had a little bit of practice of this. And I found the best way that I could do this safely was to have the root side on this side, especially if you're right-handed. It would be on the other side if you're left-handed. And then I'm going to make an incision. Okay, straight down like so. Now, I know a few people think, well, why is he doing it on a slant like that? Well, the reason why I do that on a slant is so it keeps the onion intact. And the finer that we get these, the finer obviously your fine dice is going to be. But don't worry too much if it's not too fine. You can always chop it a little bit more a bit later on. And all the way through there. As you can see now, my onion is still intact. Now, onions do have layers, okay, as you can see. I'm going to try and use that to our advantage today. So I'm going to come round in the layers that they're in, like so. Okay, doesn't matter if a bit of onion comes off, we're going to chop it up anyway. Generally, I would do this with my chef's knife, but at home, get used to, until you get some confidence, start doing it with the little veggie knife. It's going to be a lot safer for you. Okay, and we're going around in layers. And obviously you see on the TV shows there where the guys go really, really quickly. Well, to be honest, when you do go quickly, the onion doesn't tend to break up as much as what it's doing now as we're doing it slowly. But that's no big deal. You need to basically learn how to do it correctly first before we can go at any speed. Okay, now then, I'm going to swap over knives now to my chef's knife. Alright, and as you can see, the onion is still nice and firm. It's not splaying out everywhere, it's not going everywhere, it's all nice and firm because we put them original layers in on a slant. Now, here we go. We're going to chop in a nice seesawing motion. And I'm going to use my fingers as a guide. So just the knuckles rubbing against the knife, like so. Now you will get to right to the end here. Now it starts to become quite unstable, the onion, so we're going to move this bit across, like this, so I can demonstrate exactly what I'm doing here. The last thing I want to do is start to try and cut through this now. It's very unstable. I've seen too many accidents within the kitchen, so all we do is we just turn it over. And again, finely dice, to the side, all the way around. Just do it a little bit slower for you so you can see what I'm doing. I tend to go some quick sometimes, thinking that I've got to get the meals out quick. There we go. Now we're just going to leave that little bit of husk there that we'll probably throw into our stock. Now then, that's looking pretty good to me as it is at the moment. If you wanted to get it even finer, we could chop it. A safe way to do that, if you want to chop it a little bit more, is to put our hands here and hold the knife here and use the heel of the knife, just chop in like so, if you want to do that. Okay, but once you get used to it, you can start making them cuts thinner and thinner and thinner until you get very, very fine dice. So there you have it. That's how you safely finely dice an onion, ready for cooking. And I didn't even cry.